a pass. Number 9, Eric Ciccolini, freshman, passes it down, jumps in. The save is made by Brandon Brucey, the freshman goalie for the Broncos. What do you think so far about this game? It looks like the Wolverines have been putting a lot of pressure on their fellow Michigan opposition, the Broncos.
Yeah, whenever you play an in-state rival, it's always going to be a good game. The Wolverines came out here looking for that quick goal, and they got it here. Now they're looking to get that second one here.
They sure are. Timeout here.
Yep.
Passes it to 7. Ronnie Adams jumps in the handles the puck and intercept the Broncos. Passes draw at 91. Passes it back. Goes down the boards. Looks to be a miscommunication. Jack Summers plays the puck. Will Lockwood. A nifty pass off the boards. Nick Kosajov knocks over number 25. Falls over once again, courtesy of Lockwood for the Wolverines, but it's all for naught as York pass up to 13. Slaker called offside by the refs. Slaker's foot was just slightly over the Broncos' blue line.
Yeah, smart timeout here by the Western Michigan Broncos to kind of regroup after allowing that early goal.
Number 51 for the Wolverines, third line, Garrett Van Wy. Face off. He wins the face off ready. Pass it back to Cam York, the freshman out of California. He jumps into the Broncos line. Broncos successfully propel it out of the defense line. Martin to York. York to Raby. The great pass to Van Wy with the shooting attempt. Boyle! He wasn't going to get it in there for a second. Managed to push it past Reese's stick. Wolverines are up 2-0. It's only 12 minutes into the first period. We'll see who gets credit for that goal, but it looks to be Nolan Boyle, the sophomore for New York, number 27. That's his second goal of this season. But a great pass by Van Wy. Boyle almost whiffs on the shot, but is able to push it right past Brandon Brucey, number 30. Goalie for the Broncos. Face off again. Puck goes out of bounds into the student section. Off Michael Kosajov's stick. The younger of the two Costa brothers as they run in Ann Arbor. Face off. In the neutral zone. Johnny Beecher, number 17. First goal for the Wolverines at the beginning of the face off. Let's see what happens for the Wolverines. They've already taken a great 2-0 lead. Broncos.
Michigan goal, his second goal of the season, scored number 27. Assisted by number 51, Garrett Van Wy.
Pass by Joel, number 3. And it's a down.
So is it just that we can't hear each other?
No, the only reason you can't hear each other is because we're missing the splitter. So right now he can hear himself, but you can't hear yourself.
Somebody bringing it?
No. And they took the other one by accident. I know it's tough. I mean,
We'll roll with it.
Second line, Jimmy Lambert, Jacob Chambers, Bruce Morgan, Cody Pearson, great shot, almost a goal. He's headed by Jack Summers, who is underway by lines reshuffled. James Slaker, number 13, Nick Boston, number 91, number 10, Will Lockwood. Boston got the face-off. Number 16, Phil Broncos. They also have the first line. Passes out to Lockwood. Great pass, Lockwood looking to get one another. Wolverines, but intercepted by the wing, number 16. Broncos bring it up the ice, number 10. Terminal, puts it in. seconds left in the first period. And there will be a face-off in the Broncos defensive zone, where the Wolverines have spent much of their night looking to score some goals. Van Wy, number 51 for the Wolverines, against number 22, Austin Rushoff, on the face-off. Broncos win it, but the Wolverines, Moyle pins down the Broncos players. Rushoff passes it back up, number 26 for the Broncos, Ethan Frank, turns it over in the neutral zone. But Passold, number 21, with another shot, his second shot of the night. Strauss-Mann denies him of a goal on a great play where he showed his speed and agility to evade the Wolverines defenseman. Van Wy with the shot, and it's covered by Brandon Busey.
Looks like we have a quick timeout here.
7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the opening period of this hockey game. So far, the Wolverines have 9 shots and the Broncos have 3. The Wolverines scoring on 2 of those shots. Your first goal scorer, Johnny Beecher, on the 4th line, a freshman out of Elmira, New York. His first goal is a Wolverine. And the second, Nolan Moyle, number 27, also from New York, for his second goal of the season.
Yeah, the Wolverines came out here real quick. Got 2 goals in the first period against the Western Michigan Broncos.
Wolverines win the face-off in the Broncos zone, but it's turned over. And the Broncos look to start a rush. Number 18 passes up to Kingston, who's pinned down by Luce. Both of them following each other behind the Wolverines' net. Morgan carries the puck up for the Wolverines, dumps it in, but Busey covers the pad up. What do you think so far about the Broncos' inability to generate scoring chances this evening?
I think right now they're just trying to make it to the intermission, only being down by 2 goals here at Yost Arena. Right now they kind of look like they weren't ready to play, and the Wolverines were looking to get the upset against number 18, I believe it is, what Western's ranked.
The Wolverines win the face-off, and a quick shot by Michael Pasajov, who now holds the puck once again. They've lost the puck. May have fallen into his pads.
Yeah, it looks like he just wanted to take that puck with him.
In fact, it did. And there will be a face-off in the neutral zone. Johnny Beecher will be on the face-off now as they're closer to the Broncos' blue line in defensive zone, and the refs are getting ready to drop the puck. Face-off won by the Wolverines. Number 2, Martin, with the shot on Brandon Busey, the Broncos goalie. And there will be a face-off in the Wolverines zone once again. In the Broncos zone, excuse me. Beecher still on the ice, number 17. Wins the faceoff once again. Mishandled at the blue line by Martin, who has to return and try again. He passes it far up the left side of the ice to Jake Slaker. Excuse me. And number 17, Beecher, looks to score again. But he shoots just wide of the net. He stick handles the puck but turns it over. DiPietro passes it up to Joyal. Number 21 for the Wolverines. Michael Pasajov passes up to Jack Becker, who shoots, but it shoots just wide. Cam York was waiting on the wing for a potential pass, but he misses it as the puck is reclaimed by Nick Pasajov, number 91, and Will Lockwood looks to keep the puck in the Broncos' defensive end. Jake Slaker, number 13, pins down number 22, Austin Rushoff, as the Wolverines take a shot on a very strong slap shot by Jack Summers.
Yeah, the freshman out of New York, Brandon Bushi, has been really busy this first period here.
The Wolverines will have their first line out on the ice, as will the Broncos. The captain, Hugh McGing, versus Nick Pasashov. Once again in the Broncos' defensive end. Ref blows a whistle. But they have to make a change. Jake Slaker, number 13, will take the face-off. He wins it. Mishandled by Summers at the end, so pass it to Pearson, who dumps the puck in. Will Lockwood goes to receive it. Captain versus captain, but it's turned over. Dirtnall stick handles the puck. Frank with his shot. The net is dislodged as Straussman makes his third shot, his fourth shot of the night. The refs will reposition the net, and there will be a face-off in the neutral zone on the Wolverines have their third line now. Puck drop. May have gone too fast. They'll look to do it again. Broncos win it. Kucherek shot. Man with the save. In the near circle, there will be a face-off. Wolverines hoping to keep generating some of their early period offense. But the Broncos have increased some of their pressure.
Yeah, they've settled in here these past couple of 5 minutes.
Wolverines win the faceoff. Number 7, Blankenberg passes it up. Flips it. Raby receives it in the Broncos' end. Far side board, or the near side boards. There's a scrum. Broncos come out with it. Number 7 passes it up to Rome, number 20, who passes it back up to Washi. Number 23 with a shot. Straussman with a right blocker save. Kucherek with the shot once again from the blue line. Pass it to number 7. The hard slap shot from the blue line. Ronnie Addard holds the puck. Another slap shot, but he whiffs on it. He carries the puck once again. He makes a little snapshot. There's some confusion. Number 5 for the Wolverines comes out with it. That's Griffin Luce. Dumps it in to make the change. Van Oss, number 18, pass it back up to Kingston on the Broncos, but Luke Martin, number 2 on the Wolverines, returns the puck to Ciccolini, number 9, who dumps it in. Hayhurst, it was a delayed offside, so the Broncos have the puck. May have been a potential tripping call.
Looks like we got an offside.
In fact, that was an offsides. But a Bronco took a tumble near the Wolverines' blue line. Kingston, it seems to have been. will be the second timeout of the game.
Just some stats here in the first period. The Wolverines have 12 shots on net, while the Broncos have 7, and we got 4:20 left in the first period to play.
There will be a face-off in the neutral zone, the left side, far side of the ice. Wolverines have their second line on the ice, as do the Broncos. Face-off won by the Broncos. Number 4 goes to collect it, Luke Bafia. He holds the puck. It is turned over at the blue line. It was picked up by Ciccolini, who looks to make a pass, but whiffs on his attempt. And he collects it once again at the red line. Martin passes it back up to Pastov, number 21, Michael. And Luke Bafia holds the puck. Potential icing call. Refs didn't see it. Luke Martin, number 2, under fire. Puck stick handled by the Broncos. A great passing play, but the Wolverines come out alive. Seems to be a miscommunication. Johnny Beecher, which has left McGing for the Broncos completely open. He passed it to Frank, but the Wolverines pick it up. Jack Becker, Johnny Beecher, under some intense pressure by the Broncos, and there's an offsides on the play.
Yeah, an uncharacteristic turnover here by the Wolverines in their own zone, almost leading to a Western Michigan goal.
Certainly uncharacteristic, but the Broncos have seemed to increase their pressure as the period has gone on. There's a face-off. Dumped slap shot by number 7 on the Broncos. Ronnie Adder to put the puck into the Wolverine zone. Nick Pastujov pass it up to Jake Slaker, who passed it up to a great pass to the captain, Lockwood, number 10. Little toe drag move, but can't seem to finish it. As the Wolverines and the Broncos fight, Will Lockwood and Jake Slaker battle for the puck on the boards, but the Broncos carry the puck into the Wolverine zone. Number 7, Ronnie Adder, with the great passing play and a wonderful save by Strauss-Mann on the doorstop. The Wolverines would probably like this period to be over soon, as the Broncos have really increased their pressure. And Lockwood dumps the puck in for a line change. The second line is out for the Wolverines, or in fact, this may be the third line. If Blankenberg, fancy little move on his blue line, causes a turnover. Number 5, loose, passes it up. And there's icing by the Wolverines.
Yeah, the hot start by the Wolverines here. Looks like it's kind of slowing down here as we're 1:49 left in the first period to play.
There'll be a face-off in the far side of the Wolverines and Michigan's third line. Van Wyn with the face-off, wins it. Raby, number 5, loose, dumps it in. Maybe an immediate icing. And the puck will return to the Wolverines zone once again for a face-off. The Broncos have really increased their pressure nearing the end of the period. They're hoping to generate a scoring chance. And they originally only had 4 shots near the beginning of the period. They have 9 now to the Wolverines' 12.
And the Wolverines lose the faceoff, but the puck is mishandled by the Broncos, and a big hit by Joyal and Moyle, who returns to the bench. Wolverines' fourth line is on the ice. Lucy passes it. DiPietro stick handles on the near side. Lambert dumps it out of the zone. Man holds the puck. Number 5 for the Wolverines, Luce, passes it up to his partner Martin. And the puck is picked up by number 23 on the Wolverines, who turns it over as the Broncos look to generate a scoring chance. What a wonderful save by Man on Hugh McGing, the captain from Chicago, drafted by the St. Louis Blues in 2018.
Yeah, Strauss Mann coming up with some big saves here in the last few minutes in the first period.
If there are any questions about the Wolverines' goaltending going into the season, they seem to have been answered for the most part by some fantastic play by number 31, the goalie Strauss Mann.
Yeah, the sophomore's coming up big here.
Cam York sends the puck out in the neutral zone, and it is flipped up and out of play. There'll be a face-off in the Wolverines' defensive end. The Broncos have 10 shots. The Wolverines have 12. There are 48.1 seconds left in the first period of this hockey game. Wolverines win it. Johnny Beecher to Cam York. Beecher once again behind his net, passes it up to Becker, who is not there to intercept it, but no need to fear. Michael Pasajov is here. Number 7 for the Broncos. Picks it up, Ronnie Addard. And Martin. Martin has the puck behind his own net. Dangerous pass to Becker, who loses his stick. Michael Pasajov a little bit wary on the play. Not sure whether to play more defensive or attacking style. There's a stick left on the ice. Will Lockwood intercepts a pass from Blankenberg. There may be
Looks to be another icing called.
icing. 3.8 seconds left in the period as the Wolverines lead the Western Michigan Broncos 2-0 on this chilly October night. The first line for the Wolverines be here for the face-off to try and end the period on a positive note in their own defensive end.
Yeah, with 3.8 seconds left, Wolverines will just look to clear the puck.
Broncos win it as the clock runs out. And the period is over. Wolverines lead 2-0 and are looking to keep up their fantastic play from the beginning of the period. Any takeaways so far from this period? I think maybe some increased defensive and offensive pressure by the Broncos, who seem to have woken up after being down 2-0.
Yeah, for sure. When you see the scoreboard that the Wolverines are leading 2-0, it's kind of like, hey, it's time to play, or this could get ugly and we could hit the bus early tonight. But going into the intermission here, the Wolverines just need to get back to that hot start that they had. That first goal that they scored within 5 minutes of the period, got to get back to that momentum. For the Broncos, just building off of what happened this last 10 minutes in this period, just building off of that, and then eventually they'll get that goal and put themselves back into the game.
They sure do. And we are looking to
Welcome back to Yost Ice Arena, and thank you for tuning in to WCBN's broadcast of the Michigan Wolverines versus the Western Michigan Broncos. My name is Amir Bektis, and I'm here joined by Ryan Buckman. Ryan, welcome. What's your first initial thoughts of the first period?
Oh, I think so far in this period it was actually pretty solid, at least solid start for Michigan. Two pretty quick goals there. Then at the end of the period, Western Michigan started to come forward a lot better, was able to get into the attack zone a lot more often. They were very aggressive, more poised, more just determined to get down and try to get some more goals. There was a lot of shots on goal in that period, 26-21, which was a lot for just one period.
Plenty of action that first period. I'm pretty sure that the Wolverines will look to get back into that hot start that they had in the first 5 minutes. The Broncos probably looking to forget about the first period, have a 0-0 mindset, and hopefully get that first goal to get back into this game.
Yeah, I think so. I think what Michigan's got to do is just have to do the same thing that they did with the first period. Just go out there and be more aggressive, start to get more attacks going on down to the Western Michigan goal, and also to be just like they were starting to get a little bit sloppier there at the end. They just weren't as communicative at the end of that period as they were to start, and I think a lot of that has to do with being at home, but being that aggressive to start a game, but gonna have to start communicating a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Only playing 4 games into this season. Still lots of growing pains going on. Michigan's currently 2-1-1, coming off back-to-back victories against Lake Superior State compared to the number 18 Western Michigan Broncos as they're 1-2-1. Some notable wins. Their lone win comes against number 17, Bowling Green, on the road. So they're definitely a tested team that can come back into these hockey games. So don't count out these Broncos of coming back in. And then a tie against Ohio State. So in the short season that we've played so far, there's still a lot of hockey to learn, and that first period was definitely a growing pain for the Broncos.
Yeah, definitely so. I think there was not many penalties in that first period. In fact, there was only one, which was kind of just a mental error there by the Broncos, but very clean, I would say, game. Not a lot of hits though during that game, during the first period, but as it started to get to the end of the period, we're starting to get more tired. You could definitely see some more aggressiveness.
Yeah, look for a lot of aggressive plays and hits this second period, trying to set the tone. The Wolverines' game plan is going to be to end this early, get that third goal. Once you get the third goal, it's a lot easier compared to 2-0. 2-0, Western gets a quick goal, and they're back into this game.
Absolutely.
We're back as the face-off here at the center. Won by the puck goes out of play. We'll have a face-off right outside the Western Michigan zone. It will be taken by Michigan's number 91. Won by the Broncos, played into their zone as they look to get a puck all the way, dump it back in. We have a stoppage of play here. Looks like we have a slashing against the Western Michigan Broncos. So kind of like we talked about earlier, got clean first period, and we're off to we're only 15 seconds in, and we already have a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like that Western's been getting more aggressive, but I think with that it's going to be they're going to be getting more penalties, and Michigan might counter that too. So hopefully Michigan stay penalty free here in this period.
Yeah, the penalty is on Lawton Cornell, the senior out of California. Let's see how this power play goes for the Wolverines.
All right.
The Broncos are 18 for 21 on the power play kill this season. Puck is dumped back in. Controlled by number 13, Slater. Back to Slater. Looking for a pass to 91, and it's across the net. Controlled by number 4, York, with the slap shot by number 13, and a goal by Michigan! Quick goal here. Only 15 seconds into the power play, and Michigan scores a goal.
Yeah, definitely. From the last game I was here at Clarkson where it was a 1-1 tie, they definitely squandered a lot of opportunities there. But so far today, they are 1 for 2 on the power play, and so far they are pretty red hot right now in terms of getting shots off.
Yeah, I did not catch who scored the goal, but we will broadcast that to you in a second as soon as we find out.
I believe it was number 91, Nick Pastajov.
Looks like the goal was scored by number 91 for Michigan, but we do not have a name on the player card here. Or correction, Nick Pastava. I apologize for that. Puck's controlled by Michigan. Dump back in.
Michigan power play goal is second goal of the season for
25. Luke Morgan controls the puck out to number 5, Lucy, with the slap shot on net, saved. It's dumped into Michigan's zone, controlled by number 5, York. Out to Beecher, number 17. Across the 25 with the slap shot and save by Brandon Bushi with another big save in the second period. Michigan looking to get back into the zone here. Number 21 comes out with the puck. Played across to number 17, Johnny Beecher. Slap shot by number 6, Summers for Michigan. Puck is loose in the... Shots taken by number 20, Keaton. Down the ice into the Michigan zone as we have a line shift. And we have an icing on Michigan. So Ryan, 3-0. What can we expect in this early game so far?
I think so far, Michigan is more determined just to keep the puck in the opponent's end. Especially with the 3-0 lead, you're being very protective right now, but not trying to get too conservative mode right now where you are just passing it, dumping it down, because you don't want to make any mistakes to get them back into this one.
For sure, for sure. Face-off is won by the Broncos and lost right away, taken by number 21. Broncos control the puck as they head into the Michigan zone. Played across to number 16. And a hard hit on number 4, York, setting the tone for the Broncos right now as they play with the puck in their own zone. Out to number 21, Frank. Dumps it into the Michigan zone. Controlled by Western and a slap shot saved by Strauss Main. He's had a solid game in net tonight.
Yeah, he definitely has. He's made some pretty incredible saves, actually. I think there are a couple of those where, he had no choice. He had really no choice to try to save some of those, and some of them were just like some really lucky saves, though, too, because he was in wrong position sometimes, but he's been doing very well, though, tonight.
As we await the face-off in the Michigan zone, it is won by Morgan for Michigan. Dumped down the ice, controlled by Western. Turnover, controlled by Morgan again as he gets hit into the wall. Looks like we have a delayed penalty on the Broncos here. And they slide into the goalie. Strauss Main doesn't seem too phased after that one.
He's a tough player.
Puck is brought up across to Morgan as the Wolverines look to add a 6th man with the delayed penalty. Still controlled by Michigan. Out to number 5, Lucy. Across to number 7, Blakenberg. Looks like the Wolverines will get an extra power play with 6 men on the ice right now. And the referees stop play as we have a delayed penalty. Yeah, so that first period, it was a clean one, but second one, we have 2 penalties on the Western Michigan Broncos for slashing, it looks like.
Yeah, so far this has been playing right into Michigan's favor right now. They have been incredibly quick to the puck, and they have also created some penalties. I think see Western Michigan has been getting overly aggressive, and they are just paying the price right now.
Looks like number 11 is the guilty one, Kingston, as we have a face-off in the Broncos zone. And stopped by the referee for another redo.
Just can't seem to get this right here.
Looks like there's some confusion on the ice here as we will hopefully drop the puck for the 3rd time here.
Been getting a head start a little too much for both sides.
In the circle for the Broncos, we have Paul Walsh, and one by Michigan out to number 4, York. And a slap shot by number 13. And the puck goes out of play into the Michigan bench. Let's see how this Michigan power play will come off after scoring this last time around, or will the Broncos be able to kill it? I mean, they've had a 85.7% kill rate this season, so.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking so far that with the penalties they have that they're already 1 for 2.
Face off right out of the blue line, won by the Western Michigan Broncos. Dumped right back down. Controlled by number 4, York for Michigan at the blue line. Pass back to number 10, Lockwood. Dumped in by Michigan, controlled by Slater. Out to the blue line for York. And Western Michigan steals the puck as they look to counter. Michigan gets the puck right back. Number 16. And a slap shot just wide of the net. Played back, miscontrolled by Lockwood as the puck goes all the way down to the ice. And we have a line shift here. York comes out of his own zone, plays it across to Michael Pachetois. Back to York. All the way across the ice to number 7, Blackenberg. As he looks to bring up the puck. Dumped right back into the Western zone. Controlled at the blue line by Michigan. Then they lose it right back, and it's played down into the Michigan zone, controlled by Western. Played across the crease, saved by Michigan. Controls the puck. Brought up by Blackenberg as he gets dumped into the wall. Controlled by the Broncos. Number 7, Atterer. Michigan wins the puck right back out to Summers with a slap shot on net. Save. And the power play is over, so the Broncos were able to kill the power play on that one. Back to track, it looks like. Puck is controlled by the Broncos out to Howard. And it's won right back by Michigan as number 12, Ronbe, controls the puck.
Offsides.
And we have a stoppage in play. Looks to be like it's a timeout on the ice here.
Well, I think so far what we've learned is that Michigan will continue to pour on Western Michigan right now. They are not letting up. I think Western Michigan right now, they did kill another power play there, but Michigan definitely got a lot of good opportunities right there in net. At least some opportunities. I wouldn't say shots on net, but they definitely kept it down here for most of that period.
Yeah, with 2 early penalties here on the Broncos, they're definitely being more physical in this second period.
Yeah, I think so far they are being very aggressive. I think carried that from the end of the first period, but at the same rate, they I think Michigan's has you can see their talent is overwhelming a little bit from Western Michigan right now, at least early in the period. What I saw in the first period was that they came right back down to earth at the end of the period because Western Michigan wasn't quite as beat, I think, as Michigan was at the end of that first period. So I think Michigan's got to watch that.
And the boys are back on the ice as we have a face-off right outside the Western zone. It is going to be taken by number 22 for Western and number 51 for Michigan. Vanden Y. And another stoppage by the refs. Looks like we will have a change for the Broncos. Puck is won by the Wolverines. Played out wide to number 5, Lushi, right across the ice. Dumped in and saved by the Western Michigan goalie, Brandon Boucher. .19 left to play in the second period. The Wolverines are up 3-0 over the Western Michigan Broncos as we await the face-off in the Western zone. Puck is dropped, won by Western, controlled. Dumped right back down the ice into the Michigan zone. Won by Western, right across the ice, and a shot. Saved by Mayan. He's on a mission tonight. He wants to keep that clean sheet for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think he has been definitely getting his work in tonight. I think so far, though, right now that I guess so far I think Michigan has been trying to.
Yeah,
really
so far in
limit
the
the
4
temperature.
games played this year, Strauss-Mann has saved 93.6% of the shots taken. And the faceoff is in the Michigan zone. Won by the Wolverines and dumped right down the ice. Controlled on the Western blue line. And Western dumps it right back down into the Michigan zone. Won by Western by number 18. Saved by Strauss-Main. Michigan controls the puck as they look to get it out of their zone, and they're heading down the ice. Western wins the puck right back. Neutral zone hit. Puck controlled by Michigan, and the puck is played out of bounds by the Broncos. We will have a face-off in the neutral zone. Both teams switching out lines here. Seems to be like we have the first line out for the Wolverines and the second line for the Broncos. Face-off is won by Western. Controlled by Attar. Slap shot taken by Western, but a save by Strauss-Main. Played right back out as they dump the puck back into the Michigan zone. Controlled by Western. Once again, we have a stoppage of play as the puck heads out.
So far this year, the face-offs this year for Johnny Beecher have been outstanding, pretty 7-1, or at least in that first period they were. He's been really good, and he's just a freshman, so he's just going to get better as he continues through his career.
Another face-off deep in the Michigan zone, controlled by the Wolverines. Looks to be played out by number 5, Lushi. Down the ice for an icing. So Ryan, as we head to the halfway point of the second period, any thoughts on the improvements by the Broncos or the Wolverines here?
Yeah, I think in the past couple of stoppages here, the Broncos have done a better job at getting the puck into the Michigan zone.
Face-off is won by the Wolverines, controlled by number 5, Lushi. Played out to Pashtava. And the puck is won by the Broncos as they head up their zone. Pass right back to Woodward. Slap shot taken, saved by Mane. Puck is controlled by Western in the Michigan zone, played side to side right now. Some miscommunication by the Wolverines. Puck is won right back by Western, controlled by Jared. And a hard hit on, looks like number 13, Slater. Yeah, Western setting the tone with these hard hits now.
Looks
They're
like he's
looking
hurt.
to be physical. Puck is played behind the Michigan net. Looking to score, but nothing to be had of it as the puck is played out of bounds again.
Slaker is hurt. He's getting treated out there on the bench. I don't know. It seems like he's holding his arm, wrist.
Looks like the faceoff will be on the right side of Strauss, Maine. Faceoff is won by the Broncos, played out to the top of the blue line. Ricocheted off Michigan, and a slap shot just wide of the net. Controlled by the Broncos. And cleared down the ice. No icing on this play. As Western looks to control the puck behind the net, some miscommunication, and it's won by the Wolverines, but won right back by Western as they look to head up the ice. Played across, nothing out of that one. Puck is controlled by the Wolverines. As number 8, Jack Becker brings the puck up and is crushed into the wall. Puck is behind the Western net. Western comes out with the puck. It is controlled by number 18, Brett Vanos. Won right back by Michigan and up the play as we have a stoppage of play here. As Western Michigan gets hit with another too many men on the ice.
Whew, some mental errors there again that they just can't afford being down 3-0, and now they're going to be put into another, try to kill another power play here. It looks like Slaker is getting attention there on the bench. It looks like his shoulder they're looking at right now.
Yeah, he suffered that hard hit on the blue line by Western, but these too many men on the ice are going to hurt the Western Michigan comeback if they have any hopes of getting back into this game, as the Wolverines lead 3-0 with 9:55 left in the second period.
Slaker looks good now.
It's another thing if you have these hard hits or these slashings, but too many men on the ice, I don't know who to blame on that one.
Yeah, I think they just got caught up into too much of the game. They just weren't aware when the shifts were occurring, and definitely who was subbing for who there, I think. And it's been really close, too. I think right now as well, Western Michigan has definitely been able to get a lot more tougher shots on Michigan. And one way you can slow down this Michigan team is you can't outrun them. You got to basically out-physical them.
Yeah, Western is definitely, even though the Wolverines were able to get that one goal early in the second period, Western has definitely outplayed the Wolverines, creating shots, looking to even it up, as the Wolverines have 19 shots on net this whole game, and the Broncos are up to 12. We will have a face-off deep in the Western zone to the left side of Brandon Boucher. Won by the Wolverines, played out to the blue line and into the neutral zone, controlled by the Broncos as they bring up the puck, lose it. Won right back by Michigan's number 13. Controlled by York in the neutral zone, played back to another Michigan player. Dumped back in, but lost and won by the Western Michigan Broncos. As number 16 takes a slap shot. Hugh McGee. Yeah, the Wolverines look to be slowing the momentum down as the puck is controlled by number 4, Cam York. Played across to number 13, Slater. Seems that injury wasn't too bad back on the ice. And a turnover by the Wolverines, controlled by the Broncos. Puck is currently behind the net with nobody taking control of it, but the Wolverines have taken it now, and as we have a line change, we have number 23, Jimmy Lambert, controlling the puck behind the net. As the line has been changed, he brings up the puck on the ice. Shot taken by number 7, Nick Blankenberg. As referees stop the play, looks like we have some extracurricular activities. Definitely don't want to lose another man as a Western Michigan Bronco and put the Wolverines on a 5-3 power play for 37 seconds, but looks like the referees have nothing to say about that one. All clean.
What I have to say is that Michigan's doing a good job at limiting the penalties. I know they struggled last year not trying to get penalties.
Faceoff is won by the Broncos as they look to play the puck out of the zone, controlled by Michigan. Puck is played across to number 21, Michael, as he loses the puck, and we have it in the neutral zone. Controlled by Blankenberg in his own zone. Played out wide to number 8, Jack Becker, as he loses it right away. And Western looks to play the puck down, but is controlled by the Wolverines. Once again, back in the neutral zone and dumped by the Broncos as they get a line shift here. Puck is dumped into the Bronco zone, controlled by Western. As we have a 2-on-1 on Michigan, and a slap shot saved by Strauss-Mann. Looks like we have a delayed penalty here. Looks like the Wolverines, who have been clean this whole night, will have to go on the power play kill. Looks like it's number 12, Dakota Raby, the guilty one here in this play.
Yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen. You know, I think they did a pretty good job so far not committing one, but
Wolverines have had a solid night tonight.
Yep.
Let's see if they can kill this power play off. But yeah, what a big save right there by number 31, Strauss-Mann. Faceoff is won by the Broncos, taking control right away by Michigan. Puck is dumped down into the Western zone as the Wolverines look to regroup. Brought up by Western across the blue line. Puck is played right back into the neutral zone and back down the ice into the Western zone. Brought out by number 25, Jared Kuchar, who dumps it right back down the ice into the Michigan zone, and it will leave the blue line and go all the way down back into the Western Michigan zone. Jared Kuchar once again, the one bringing the puck out, played out to number 13, who has a slap shot and it's saved. Puck goes out wide right, controlled by Western. Across to number 7, Ronnie Attard. Puck is still controlled by the Broncos as a Michigan stick gets on it and the puck is put back into the neutral zone. Controlled by the Broncos, going right back at the Wolverines. Played into Strauss-Mann's hands, and it is back down the Western ice as we have 28 seconds left in this power play kill for the Michigan Wolverines. Puck is played down the ice into the Western side, and we have a shot just wide right. Controlled by Michigan as number 91, Nick Pashara, brings the puck up and gets pushed down into the wall, loses control of the puck. One right back by the Wolverines. Puck is in the neutral zone, being brought up by the Broncos, number 18, Brett Vanos. Puck is played behind the Michigan Michigan goal controlled by the Wolverines as they look to get a quick goal here. Bringing it up by number 12, Dakota Raby. Puck is behind the Western goal. Currently controlled by the Broncos as they look to go up on another attack here. Dumped into the Michigan zone, controlled by the Wolverines, who dump it right back as well, but is controlled by Western. Michigan wins the puck back, controlled by number 16, Jacob Harris, who has a slap shot, and it's saved. Puck is still controlled by the Wolverines. Played right across the net, but nobody's there. Puck back in the Broncos' hands. Wolverines bring the puck back up as number 17, Becker, loses his footing, almost getting a goal, and right back by Western, who has a shot. Saved by Strauss once again. The man has been shut down everybody tonight. Puck is controlled by the Wolverines, lost in the neutral zone. Here come the Broncos once again. Looking for the wraparound, but nothing to be had of that one. Slap shot taken and out of play. Ryan, what can we say about Strauss in that net tonight?
Yeah, he's done a really fabulous job. I think there's been definitely pressure on him to create a lot of good saves tonight. Of course, at the same time, Western Michigan, they had... Looks like we got a penalty.
Looks like we have another penalty here on the Wolverines. It is going to be charged to number 91, Nick Pastaway.
No, number 21, Michael Pastajov.
As we have 3:47 left to play in the second period, the Wolverines are faced with the task once again to kill the power play.
Yeah, and this can't be a trend here, I think, going into the end of this game, because eventually, and we know it, that Western Michigan will be able to take advantage of that, especially with how aggressive they've been, especially in Michigan's end. But as I was saying, Western Michigan hasn't really created many great opportunities, but they've been able to get pressure still down here in the Michigan end. But
yeah, the only thing that Western's missing right now is that goal. They've outplayed the Wolverines the second period, but it doesn't really make a difference if it's still 0 on the scoreboard.
yeah, for Western Michigan to probably get back in this game, they're going to have to execute a lot better on some more designed plays, which I think that was what they were doing there on the bench there.
Face-off is about to take place deep in the Michigan zone to the left side of Strauss-Mann. Puck is won by the Wolverines. Taken right back by the Broncos. And we have a stoppage in play.
A lot of stoppages in play that we've seen so far here. A lot of battling for the puck.
Looks like we had another puck exit the rink, and we will have another face-off deep in the Michigan zone. Same spot once again to the left. Face-off is won by the Wolverines, controlled by number 2, Luke Martin, who dumps the puck right down the ice. Puck is brought up by Western's number 25, Jared Kuchar. Played across to number 18. Puck is dumped behind the net, all the way out to the blue line. Still controlled by the Broncos. Played out to the top of the blue line. And a slap shot taken by Western, saved by Strauss-Mann once again. Puck is brought up by Michigan's Garrett Van Noy. Lost and taken control of by Western in their own zone as we have a line shift right here. And an offsides. Face-off will be right outside the blue line.
So far, a good job by Michigan trying to kill this power play. They've been so far successful tonight, have not allowed to go up yet, and hopefully to continue that trend.
Face-off is won by the Wolverines and dumped right down the ice. Controlled by Western's number 3, Michael Joyox, who dumps it right down the ice. And a big shot by Western Michigan, saved by Strauss-Mann. Puck is dumped down the ice and will be controlled by Western. 23 seconds left in this power play. The Wolverines are really close to killing off this play. Puck is controlled at the top of the blue line by Western, and a slap shot just wide as we have another stoppage in play.
Man, Straussman got very lucky on that dump right there. He dumped it to almost another Western Michigan player, and the aggressiveness almost cost for Western Michigan, almost cost Michigan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only thing the Wolverines are thinking right now is we have 1 minute and 57 seconds left to get back to the locker room and take a 3-0 lead. Face-off is won by Michigan. Played into the neutral zone. Taken control by Western. And the power play is killed by the Wolverines. Back to full strength. Dumped down the ice. Multiple Broncos are calling for icing, but there was a deflection. Puck is won by the Wolverines in the Western zone. Played across to number 20, Keaton Pershon. Puck is behind the Western goal, controlled by the Broncos as they look to get it out of their zone. We have a 2v3 for the Broncos. Shot taken just left as we're 1 minute left to play in the second period. Slap shot taken by Western just wide left. Controlled by Michigan's captain, number 10. Puck is down in the Western zone again. Looks like we have a turnover right here, controlled by number 7, Blankenman. And a slap shot taken. Nothing out of that one. Puck is played into the neutral zone as we have another stoppage in play.
.4 to go here in the period.
Doesn't seem to be another penalty call. I don't know what the stoppage of play would be.
Offside, maybe?
Face-off will be taken in the Michigan zone to the right of Strauss-Mann.
That's what it looks like.
As we have 24.4 seconds left in the second period. Face-off is won by the Wolverines as they look to rush up the ice. Turned over right back to the Broncos as they return the favor and controlled by Michigan. Back into the Western zone, controlled by the Broncos, hoping to get a quick play with 10 seconds left. And they have a shot. Strauss smartly does not hold on to that puck and plays it off to the side as the Michigan Wolverines have a 3-0 lead over the Western Michigan Broncos.
Yeah, they definitely really stuck together at that end of that period. I know they looked a little bit more tired there near the end as I thought it was going to happen. I think Western Michigan's just physicality started to show up there at the end, but Michigan was able to hold off. And when you have a 3-0 lead, that's all you really have to do is try to dump the puck as much as you can back to Western's end.
Yeah, the only thing that the Western Michigan Broncos did not do that period was score. The
Most important
Wolverines
thing.
dodged plenty of bullets that second period as they go back to the locker room to regroup and hopefully take the 3-0 victory home tonight. But there's still 20 minutes left to play in the third period, so you got to finish.
Finish strong. You just got to not make mistakes. They made a couple in that period, cost them a couple penalties, but they were able to kill them off. But other than that, not a lot of turnovers, I would say. I think it was a lot more scrambling for the puck than anything.
That is all we have for now, and we'll be back to join you guys after the intermission.
Welcome back, everybody, to Yost Ice Arena. We are about to begin the third period of this wonderful hockey game. My name is David Kramer, and I'm here with Charlie Goodwin, representing WCBN Sports Radio on this YouTube live stream. Charlie, what do you think about the game so far?
I think Michigan's played a very good game so far. You know, going up against a great Western team, ranked 18 in the nation right now. The Wolverines haven't played the most beautiful game, but they've had the effort in there, scoring some rather
Lucky.
tough goals, and just sticking with it, grinding it out, and getting the puck in the net. So hopefully we see more of that in the last 20 minutes to finish it out.
I think so too. The key for the Wolverines in this period is focus and stopping to turn over the puck every 2 minutes. Seemed what slowed them down in the second period was the constant turnovers that really prevented any true offensive spark from happening. Otherwise, we're going to hope that Western keeps having those too many men on the ice penalties and give Michigan some more power play opportunities. I believe that was twice in a row that they had 6 players on the ice. So,
Yeah, like I said, this game hasn't been the most aesthetically pleasing to watch,
certainly.
by any standard. But it's definitely two teams that are grinding it out, staying hungry. I know the score is 3-0 Michigan, but I don't feel that's really representative of what's been going on on the ice. I feel both teams have been fighting hard, and I really don't feel like the Wolverines have quite locked this one up yet. Straussman playing incredible in net, definitely saved a few sure things for the Wolverines.
And the
he's gotta
Broncos
stay
are
hot if
the
they're gonna
Broncos
win.
are certainly in this game, no doubt about it. They have not acted like they're giving up yet. There's definitely a confidence they're still exuding regardless of the score, and they seem to be a resilient team. Certainly is why they're ranked by the U.S. News Today poll. Yes, what you said about Strauss-Mann was very accurate. He's been standing on his head this whole game. It does say 23 shots here on the scoreboard, but it certainly has felt like more, and he has been a key part of the reason why the Wolverines are really, why they're in this game. And he's been that way the whole season. He's really emerging as a true number one starter for a Michigan team that really needed a number one starter last year, and it's exciting to see how he's developed even as a sophomore so early into the season.
Yeah, Straussman's young, but he definitely doesn't play like it. He definitely plays like he's got experience, and he stays composed. Here we go.
Certainly. Lockwood carries the puck through the neutral zone after the Wolverines win the face-off. The Wolverines keep the puck in their offensive zone. Lockwood carries around. York stick handles at the blue line. Lockwood by the far boards. Little juke looking to make a shot. Wow, what a goal! Will Lockwood with an unexpected shot. It looked like he was going to drop pass it back to Cam York on the far end of the boards. The Wolverines are up 4-0.
Beautiful shot by Will Lockwood from the top of the zone. Just got it in that upper right corner over the shoulder of the Western goaltender.
Looks like the Broncos are going to be making a goalie substitution. Ben Blacker, a senior from Oakville, Ontario, is going to be replacing Brandon Busey, the freshman from Sound Beach, New York. A tough night. 4 goals on 21 shots. Not his best. And that was certainly not what the Broncos wanted so early into the period.
I guess they figure that he had enough after 4 goals.
Yes.
Let's see if the backup can do any better. That was really the first really nice goal scored by the Wolverines in this game today. Definitely a good sign going forward.
Yes. Van Wy wins the faceoff down to Martin. Martin to York. York carries it up the far end of the boards. He dumps it into the Bronco zone. The new goalie handles the puck as the Broncos look to make some plays. Courtnall, number 10, pass up to number 7 on the Broncos. That is Adder. Ooh, a risky pass. Just narrowly avoided. Could have been a goal-scoring opportunity for the Broncos, who now have the puck back in their defensive zone. Another turnover by the Wolverines. Washi, number 23, with a really wide-open net. If Blankenberg hadn't blocked that shot, potentially could have been a goal for the Broncos. Only 19 minutes and 5 seconds into the into the third period. Only actually take that back. Only 1 minute into the third period. 19
That's a huge
minutes remaining. Yes.
It's a huge confidence boost for the Wolverines, and you'd like to think that they would just stay tough and stay the way they're playing for the rest of the game. Hopefully, they don't get too complacent with the extra goal lead now.
No reason to not score more goals, right? Could always use a couple. And the Wolverines will face off in their defensive zone. Johnny Beecher, number 17, the freshman with his first goal this season tonight, be facing off. He wins the draw. Number 7, Blankenberg, carries the puck up. Good pass to Johnny Beecher, who dumps it in. That'll be icing on the Wolverines. We'll be back. Beecher was looking to make a pass, but no one there to receive the puck. And he'll be back in the face-off circle in the Wolverines' defensive end on the near side. He wins it once again. What a great draw by Beecher, is emerging as a great focal point of that fourth line. Could see him stepping up later on as the season develops. Wolverines control the puck behind their net. Blankenberg passes it up the near side boards as Michael Pastujov stick dangles up the near boards. It's turned over to Joyal on the Broncos, and a whiff of a reception by Jack Becker. The Wolverines is a little shaken up as he returns to the bench. Michael Pastujov trying to keep the puck back into the Broncos defensive zone. Van Oss passes it to Kingston with the drop pass, but no one's there to receive the outlet. Lambert on the Wolverines carries the puck up the far side boards. He's looking to make a pass to Ciccolini, but he doesn't. He dumps it down instead in favor of Pearson, number 20. The defender. This will be a defensive miscommunication. It's a 2-on-1, but the Broncos shoot wide in the slot. Number 11, 6 Brinky on the Broncos, but it's blocked by Lambert. What a great block. Brinky shoots again, and a great blocker save by Strauss-Mann.
Yeah, Strauss-Mann staying in his crease, staying composed. You don't see him too frantic, which is great, and a quality you definitely want to see in your goaltender. Like I said, plays with a lot of composure. Kind of reminds me of my my beloved Carey Price between the pipes down there. You never see Carey Price too frantic. You never see Strauss-Mann too frantic. Let's hope he can do this for the last 17 and a half minutes.
Certainly. Nick Pastujov with the face-off, the draw win. Cam York, the freshman, carries the puck up the center of the ice, and our captain, Lockwood, a great play. Handles the puck on the near side in the Broncos defensive end, and a shot by Morgan, intentionally sent wide. Martin pass it behind the net. Pastujov is a 2-on-1. Lockwood relieves him of that pressure. York with the pass to Martin, who's looking to possibly tip the puck off of number 25, Morgan, for the Wolverines. York evades some pressure with a good pass up to Lockwood. And Morgan's wide open, looking to start some offensive zone pressure, but it's sent back and picked up by Raby, number 12. Holds the puck on the far side boards. It's knocked away. Blankenberg picks it up. There looks to be a penalty. A huge hit by the Broncos. Who is that? Number 23, Washi, Paul Washi. Absolutely steamrolled our Wolverine, Nolan Moyle.
Things have definitely been getting chippy in this game as time goes on.
Oh.
I think it's only a matter of time before a fight breaks out between these two teams tonight.
That is a 2-minute minor on Western Michigan. Big hit.
Let's see if Michigan
That
can
is,
convert on this
that's
power play opportunity.
That's a boarding call.
Power play has looked pretty good tonight, honestly. Been passing the puck well, making use of the open space they have on the man advantage. Let's see if they can do it here.
Yeah, hoping to see Blankenberg step up. This seems to be his specialty. Jack Summers controls the puck. Back to Blankenberg at the point. Summers Head fake, pass it down to 23. Jimmy Lambert. Back again, Johnny Beecher, the freshman, has the puck behind the Broncos net. And Summers pass down to Lambert. And Beecher with the shot in the slot, but it goes just wide of the post. Michael Pasajov holds the puck. They're looking to get their second power play unit out, or that's what they started with at least. And the puck goes missing in the air. Blankenberg picks it back up, and Johnny Beecher, the great move on the blue line to get some open spaces. He passes it to Ciccolini, and Beecher returns. Cam York is on the ice for the Wolverines now. He was well touted for his power play specialty as a potential and a second coming of, not necessarily second coming, but a great replacement for Quinn Hughes, who's left to join the Vancouver Canucks as a freshman in the NHL.
Yeah, Michigan hasn't really been able to get anything going on this power play thus far. Had that one shot that I believe Slaker fanned on. Hopefully they make better use of this, but I definitely agree with your analysis of Cam York. I think he definitely can fit in that shoe that needs to be filled of Quinn Hughes.
Josh Norris as well, right? That's another good comparison. Now we're back in the Wolverines' defensive zone where Nick Pasajov gets a little too aggressive on the face-off and is replaced by Hayhurst. The Broncos win the draw, and there's 45 seconds left on the power play for the Wolverines. Cam York behind his own net looks to pass. Nick Pasajov, number 91, drop pass back to York, who is looking to find some open space, and his pass is fanned on. The great outlet pass to Ciccolini on the near side boards. He dumps it right behind the goalie, and there's a turnover. The Broncos, Blekanoff dumps it down. Lockwood for the Wolverines skates up the far side with the puck. Great head fake seems to be what he's been up to tonight. A little aggressive as well. Some frustration being expressed by Luke Bafia on the Broncos. A little dissatisfied with how his team has performed tonight. Oh, and a shot just wide of the net. Gets fanned on by Dakota Raby. I believe that is pronounced Raby. Shot knocked in the air. And there will be a face-off in, looks to be the neutral zone.
Yeah, shot by Dakota Raby went just across the goal line. Couldn't quite get into the back of the net. Definitely one he'll want to get back. Kind of disappointing the Wolverines couldn't get anything done on the power play there. Still 14 minutes left in this game. I'm not quite confident yet. You never know with the Wolverines, unfortunately. But they've looked good so far, and if they could just keep playing the way they're playing, they should come out of this game with a win.
I think so too. The key is to get some more shots on net. Right now, the Broncos are out shooting the Wolverines 25-23 with 14 left in the third period. And now, in fact, there will be a face-off in the Broncos' defensive end. And this timeout is coming to a close. Johnny Beecher, number 17 for the Wolverines, is going to take this draw. On a line with Jack Becker and Michael Pasajov, who've contributed a great amount of offense tonight. Number 20, Pearson, with his shot, goes just wide. Number 21 for the Broncos, Josh Pasol. Some speed coming on the near side boards, but it's turned over to the Wolverines, who find themselves the miscommunication that allows number 22 for the Broncos, Austin Rushoff, to get a shot on net. It's turned over again to Kucherek by the Broncos, who takes a slap shot that goes wide. Michael Pasajov passes it up to Pearson on the Wolverines, who's was bullied by Kucherek, number 25, but Jack Becker comes in to save the day. And number 8 plays the puck down into the Broncos' end of the ice. The Broncos pass it back, number 3. Michael Joyal. DiPietro on the Broncos looking to add a goal tonight, but again, Straussman with some great goaltending performance this evening. The Wolverines dump the puck into the Broncos' end, and the cycle continues. Van Wy has the puck now on the far side boards, and the Broncos, the Wolverines, continue this dance in the far end of the ice. And the Wolverines look to kind of get resettled and perhaps create a scoring chance. Number 4, Cam York out of California, looking for some options now behind his net. Pass it to Martin. Number 9, Ciccolina for the Wolverines. The righty with their shot on net. Denied by the goaltender. Passes it back behind the net. 23, Lambert, turns it over. And Martin, the stalwart defenseman, keeps the puck in for the Wolverines. Ciccolini outnumbered by 2. Broncos, Luke Bafia swarms him. Straussman now has the puck. Passes it to number 6. And Lambert, miscommunication perhaps. And now the Broncos bring it back into their own end. It is held by Jared Kucherek, who's looking to make a play, but Samuelson is stripped of the puck as well, and Hayhurst and Samuelson seem very tied together now. And Morgan for the Wolverines, pass intercepted by the Broncos and sent back into the Wolverines' end. Pearson with a little juke behind his net to create some plays. Number 91, Nick Pastujov, pass it to Will Lockwood. Now they are on the near side boards trying to generate a scoring play, but they're getting bullied by some of the larger Broncos who are carrying the puck into the Wolverines' end. There's a shot on goal attempted by Courtnall, but it hits the other end of the netting, and it falls back on. And now the puck is in the Broncos, behind the Broncos' net, as Addard, number 7 for the Broncos, carries out the puck and looking to make a breakout play. Unfortunately, there's no one there to match him, and so he's double-teamed by 2 Wolverines. And a clever play made by Nick Pastujov to pass it up to his brother, Michael. Both of them on the ice now. And loose for the Wolverines. Some great defensive play, may have tipped it. A shot by Bricky, blocked by Jake Becker. Jack Becker, I apologize for that. And Martin for the Wolverines tries to get it out, but they're struggling a little bit to get the puck out. Great block by Martin. Wonderful Luke Martin for the Wolverines. That is 2 shots blocked in a row. Michael Pastujov passes it to Moyle. And there's no one there to help him out in the Broncos' end. But Raby actually with a great stick handling play to pass it to his line mate, Moyle. Fortunately stopped by the goaltender, but the puck is still in the Broncos' defensive end, and the Wolverines are coming alive once again. Van Wy double teams McGing, and Moyle with the shot. Oh, and he just whiffs on it. The Broncos are a little under duress now, and DiPietro, number 9 for the Broncos, tries to get a shot in, but he's really struggling with the great defensive efforts by Van Wy. He raises his hands up, thinking he could draw a penalty, but the refs don't seem to have seen what went down. DiPietro again looking to make a play, a little neat toe drag there. He waits, but the Wolverines have a strong defensive presence right now. Blankenberg, number 7, carries it up the ice. Who's he going to pass it to? The near side boards with a lot of speed. He gets knocked over a little bit, but Hayhurst is there to keep the puck in the Broncos' defensive end, but he's swarmed by a pair of Broncos. Puck is dumped into the Wolverines. No icing. Jimmy Lambert, Hayhurst. There's a shot attempt made by, I believe to be Kingston. Is Luce pass it as Luce tries to dump it out, but it's reclaimed by Bennett on the Broncos, number 2, who passes it to number 11, Kingston. Luce is there to strip the puck from those 2 Broncos, and a wonderful emergence from the box as Morgan pushes one of the Broncos players off sides.
And that long period of uninterrupted action finally comes to an end. A few good chances by both teams, but neither could put it in the back of the net.
Yes, that was almost 4 minutes of uninterrupted hockey.
Yeah, you were going for a long time there.
Yeah.
I was starting to feel a little sorry for your throat, but you got through it.
As were the Wolverines, but we both came out of it.
It's good, though. The Wolverines chopping more time off this clock, getting close to that win, which should be huge for a Wolverines team that has started pretty hot with a record of 2-1-1. That loss and tie coming to number 11th ranked Clarkston, a great hockey team. But to get the win here tonight against Western, number 18 in the nation, in the rankings, would be huge for the Wolverines.
I think so too. Might be a little premature to declare a win, but we can hope for it. And the way that these Wolverines are playing, there's no reason to see why they can't fight it out and get a W on this wonderful Halloween at Yost as they play Thriller by Michael Jackson. And we see a couple Minions in the crowd, Connor McDavid jersey, and a trash bag with a Michigan State logo. I'm not sure what that is. We'll go back to the hockey now. Postshov with the face-off. Will Lockwood. Wolverines don't win the face-off. Lockwood has the puck on the far side boards, but stripped by the Broncos. Postshov fights, but gets bullied. Great small defensive tip by Lockwood. That was more subtle play, defensive play, but just goes to show you how skilled this captain is on both ends of the ice. Will York competes with the Broncos. Curtin all on the near side boards. Disrupts Luke Martins. But a great save in the slot by Mann. Number 23, Paul Walsh, completely empty, completely alone in the slot. And a doorstop save. Absolutely point blank. And another shot. Looks like Mann has lost his helmet. He was bumped by 2 of the Broncos players. Number 23, Rushoff, or 22, Rushoff on the Broncos. He says he's 6'7" here on our card. Certainly looks like it on the ice.
Yeah, he definitely has a big presence out there on the ice. But in the meantime, another astounding save from Strauss Mann. Blocked the shot from the right side. Western got the rebound right in front of him, and he flashed the pad to stop it again. Just incredible presence by him between the pipes tonight, and most nights. He's had a great Michigan career so far, and on the year he has a record of, he's played every game this year, which is not the case last year. He actually replaced Hayden Levine, who people thought would be the starter until he essentially left last year, but that wasn't the case as Strauss Mann took over about halfway through the season, I want to say, and just played stellar as a netminder, which he continues to do tonight.
He certainly has. If you've seen the back of his helmet, it says Strauss House, and these past couple of games have really been a sign that this is Strauss's house. We will return now to the Wolverines' defensive end as the timeout comes to an end. There are 6 minutes and 54 seconds left in the third period. The Wolverines are up 4-0, and Johnny Beecher wins the face-off. Haven't seen him lose tonight. Summers shoots the puck in, and the Broncos goaltender plays it. Johnny Beecher behind the net holds the puck, and that's Jack Becker as well, number 8 for the Wolverines. Looking to start something or get the cycle continued. Michael Pasajov, Johnny Beecher almost knocked off the puck, but Passat for the Broncos tries to set up a play. Again, our Austin Rushoff, 6'7", a la Zdeno Char on the Boston Bruins. A shot by Kucherek, 25 on the Broncos, and a neat passing play by Michael Pasajov, between his legs and to evade a defender as the Wolverines and the Broncos change both of their lines. Van Wy with a good physical play on the far side to strip the puck. Now we see Moyle, number 27, a sophomore from New York. Last year he scored 8 goals and had 3 assists for 11 points on the season.
And with a little over 5 minutes left in this game, a win is looking surer and surer for the Wolverines. Still don't want to see them let up. Western has been lurking essentially the whole game, I felt like.
I think so too.
But you definitely don't want to see them divert from the style of play they've had tonight,
Not at
which
all.
is gritty, tough, not necessarily the most beautiful, but it's getting the job done.
And it's important that the Wolverines now play for Strauss and try and make sure they can get a shutout for him. I won't jinx it though, as the Broncos have a shot on net. Bricky holds the puck behind his net. Little stiff arm to Blankenberg, who's playing a more conservative style of defense tonight, and dumps the puck out, and what will look to be icing. Little trouble between DiPietro and Blankenberg. Certainly not a lot of things to say if you're the Broncos right now. Straussman has been a really crucial component of this Wolverines' success in this game tonight.
And these two teams will face off tomorrow night too at 7 p.m. You could listen to it right here on WCBN Sports. You're hoping to see a good physical game like we saw tonight, and you're hoping to see a Wolverines win tomorrow night, hopefully as well.
Certainly are. The puck is back on the near side. Kingston for the Broncos controls the puck. Moyle tries to knock him off, and Loose with a great stick, but Kingston still has it. He skates around, and the puck almost goes in. He was in the crease. Not sure if that was Raby or Loose who knocked it out of the crease, but that was impressive defense and a good eye by the Wolverines defense to keep that out of there. Little scary play.
And true colors definitely starting to show between these two teams. Even though there's only 4.5 minutes left in this game, I think it's inevitable that if a fight doesn't break out tonight, you're going to see one tomorrow night. Like I've said, they've played a gritty game between these two teams the entire time. A couple traded blows, but nothing too serious yet. With the roughing penalty that just happened, I think we're getting close to that fighting point.
Yes, certainly. The refs are now conversing with one of the Broncos players. Looks to be Josh Basalt. We believe that he's trying to argue with the refs over the severity of this penalty, but it will be served by their captain, Hugh McGing, again drafted by the St. Louis Blues in 2018. Looks to be some discussion with the refs that the coach of the Broncos, Andy Murray, is having. Something must be going on over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on over there.
Perhaps some discussion of the penalty that was just received by the Broncos.
Oh, that's what it is?
I believe so.
I mean, there's a pretty clear penalty. I don't know what there could be much discussion about.
We shall see.
Michigan actually reached a pretty hefty milestone just last week against Lake Superior State. That win was the 600th all-time victory at Yost Arena.
Well, how exciting.
Just shows you how storied and accomplished this Michigan hockey program is.
It certainly is.
And how far they have come over the years.
They will be sending out the captain of the Broncos. Hugh McGing was kicked out of the game. And now the Broncos they've received a 10-minute major.
I'm
He
not
has
really
been-
quite sure what's going on here, to be quite honest.
Uh,
A quick whistle for what they say is a 10-minute major, but I'm not sure where that call came from because nothing really transpired before the whistle was blown.
Certainly. The emotions are rising high for the Broncos. As there's a shot made from the point by Bennett, number 2, who has the puck again, and he's looking to pass it back or generate a scoring play. But again, another save by Strauss-Mann. We'll see what transpires here. The puck is on the near side, carried by Bennett, looking to pass it to Washi, number 23, who passed it into an open slot, but there's no one there to receive it. Lambert, 23 for the Wolverines, has it now. And a great attempt made by number 16 for Michigan. Jacob Hayhurst, the second line center. Now it's carried by 23, Jimmy Lambert, looking to get another goal. And a great save by the goaltender, who actually had one of the Wolverine sticks in his hand, and he's knocked over by Ciccolini. The emotions certainly are running high tonight, as the puck is on the near side board, carried by the captain Lockwood. And Nick Postov fans on the puck. Pearson, number 20, goes to collect it, and that will be icing. The emotions are certainly running high for the Broncos, as their goalie, their replacement goalie, I might add, Ben Blaker, was entangled with one of the Wolverines and pulled his stick away in an attempt to be free from the grasp of one of the Wolverine players.
Yeah, I think we can definitely expect a great game tomorrow night between these two teams. It'll be hard fought.
I'm certain the Broncos will be looking to come back, even as they are tonight. A great save by Strauss-Mann, who's keeping his composure in net. As Johnny Beecher looks to get on a breakaway, he's waiting, and a great move there, but the defender, number 4, Luke Bothia, was really on his tail, and Johnny Beecher was limited to a weaker shot. He's certainly hoping to get that one back tonight or perhaps tomorrow night when the Wolverines are in Kalamazoo.
Johnny Beecher tried to deke the goalie Blacker there. Blacker made a great read on it, got himself in front of the puck to stop it. It was loose for a second, but there was no Wolverine for the rebound, so they couldn't get anything out of that chance. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left in this game. It looks like the Wolverines have it all but locked up. I'd like to see them finish it out, though, because that would just be a tragedy if they did.
Yes. York passes the puck up. And now Martin has the puck behind the net. Turns it over to Kingston. Trying to make a play to number 12 on the Wolverines, Dakota Raby. As the crowd chants "Go Blue" in Yost Arena. Puck is held by the Broncos in their defensive end, looking to make a play. It's, again, number 25, Jared Kucherek, who turns it over to Luke Martin, who's double teamed. Raby passes it up to Van Wy, who has the puck still, and intercepted by Van Oss. Not sure if Van Wy knew if he had any teammates around him. Bennett passes it to Kucherek for the Broncos on the near side. He carries it up, makes a little head fake. Van Oss with the slap shot that goes very wide as Ciccolini tries to strip the puck from the Broncos in the neutral zone. He certainly is flying out there tonight. Hayhurst with the pass down to Luke Martin. Jimmy Labert, and the stick is looks like it was thrown by DiPietro. And the Broncos will be offsides.
A lot of thrown sticks in this game. It's weird. The Michigan and Western Michigan players keep getting tangled up. Then one seems to yank the stick from the other and kind of throw it across the ice. As as Michael Pastrov was getting off the ice there, as Van Wy was getting off the ice there, he had a Bronco player stick tucked under his arm and almost dragged him onto the bench with him before the Broncos player yanked himself away.
Yes, a good souvenir to remember. One of his a really strong game by both Pasta brothers tonight. Bennett for the Broncos takes a slap shot, but it's blocked by a really impressive game from number 25, Morgan. Luke Morgan, a redshirt junior for the Wolverines now. And Lockwood ices the puck. 48.6 seconds left. Any takeaways from tonight's game?
Well, my biggest takeaway from tonight is this Wolverines team looks like they will play to the whistle every night. Like I've said many times in this period, this has not been the most beautiful hockey game by any means, but they've played tough, they've been gritty, and they've gotten the job done here tonight against the number 18th team in the country, Western Michigan.
While simultaneously getting outshot, I might add.
Oh yes, I didn't even notice that actually, because they were outshooting them the entire game. It must have switched over when Strauss-Mann made that array of beautiful saves mid-third period. But I think the Wolverines did play a good game tonight, and I think this team is something to look forward to in a season with the start of now 3 1-1. Only the loss and tie coming to the number 11 Clarkston, so nothing to fret over. You'd like to see them rebound from.
Oh, wow. As you see Strauss-Mann with the Snow Angel in his crease, 12.8 seconds left, really doing his best to preserve his shutout. We will not jinx that. For being a Michigan fan, you know,
there was like 5 people in the net on that play.
Yes. It was off a really strong shot by Pasault, who's been shooting the whole game, really hoping to get something generated. There's a face-off in the Wolverine zone. Garrett Van Wy takes the face-off. Puck goes into the air and hits the board and out to the net. 6.9 seconds left. There's going to be likely one more face-off made as the Wolverines are looking to close this game out in Yost Arena.
The 601st win in Yost Arena.
Johnny Beecher with the great face-off win. Those Wolverines do anything to preserve their shutout for Strauss-Mann, and the Michigan Wolverines win it 4-0 on October 25th in a chilly Ann Arbor. It's Halloween at Yost. We'll see you in Kalamazoo tomorrow. Go Blue!
Great game for the Michigan Wolverines. This is a team to look forward to this year. Last year, the team had a lot of hype around it, didn't quite live up to the expectations. This year, they've looked good so far, look ready to compete. They're now sitting at 3 1-1. You think it's only a matter of time before they're ranked. Strauss-Mann looks incredible. He looks composed. He looks like he's got years of experience, although he's only a sophomore. Cam York looks great. Johnny Beecher looks great. Everyone looks ready to play. Any takeaways that you have, David?
There's every reason in the world to come down to Yost and see these Wolverines play. On the hockey side, I think the positive takeaways, the offenses look fantastic. For a team that was kind of concerned about offense, and even offense coming from its defensemen, we've seen that tonight. And we've seen some great play by younger players as well. So to another takeaway that I would say is kind of, there's a little too much frenetic energy and a little nervousness, so to speak, from the get-go. So we look forward to seeing a more composed team that plays, like Strauss-Mann plays, focused and with confidence.
I agree with that, but I think that decrease in frenetic energy comes as they get more used to each other,
Certainly.
get more used to playing with each other on the ice,
Certainly.
and just gain their footing and find out who they are as a team.
It's only October.
But great game here tonight.
Yes.
Great win for the Michigan Wolverines, 4-0 against Western Michigan. The 601st victory at Yost Arena. For David Kramer, Amir Bektas, Ryan Buckman, I'm Charlie Goodwin. Good night and go blue.